It's day 17, and I want to talk about this surprise book. I was not planning on getting this book. This book came to me as, I guess, I guess you could call it like kind of a gift. It's a very complicated story, but so this book showed up today. Needless to say, I told someone in my life that I was trying intuitive eating, and I didn't update them that it was a complete disaster for me. So that very kind person got me this. I haven't read this one yet, but it's near as I can tell, it's the companion book to the green book that I showed you like a couple weeks ago. It's written by the same people, the Evelyn and Elise. It even has a sticker on the front that says it's a self-help book recommendation. And just flipping through it, I don't know. I feel like this book is I think it's kind of complicated to talk about because I was really excited about intuitive eating when I started this Franken diet. And I was really excited to incorporate parts of intuitive eating into the Franken diet and try them out. But when I actually got into the day-to-day intuitive eating activity, I found that it was, I guess, a bit damaging. It was a bit damaging to me. I gained a lot of weight, which again, they say is normal. But and this is so funny because yesterday I was feeling so good with my progress on the 5K, and now suddenly this thing shows up in my life. I am gonna read it, but I'm not sure if that's a good decision or not. I hate using the word triggering because, like, there are very real people out there who are really dealing with like actual triggers, like people with serious PTSD who are like triggered by loud noises. And it seems a little insensitive to say that, oh, this book triggered me. But I do think that it has the potential to really be very upsetting after this last week or so. When I received this book into my hands, I had like if I were an anime character, like the background would have gone dark behind me, and I would have had those like stress lines on my head with a little dark storm cloud over me. I like to think of myself as a strong person who likes to challenge myself, but I'm afraid that reading this book is going to put me in a bad place. I've already decided that I'm not going to be doing much intuitive eating on the Franken diet. But as soon as I decided that, I flipped through this book and I found a section that's called Getting to Know Your Hunger. Getting to Know Your Hunger. It's got a hunger scale, like it's got a reflection you can do. It's got a whole little journal you can fill out of how hungry you've been. It's got nutrition advice. It's got, I don't know, it's got like worksheets and body cues. The fact that this book has so many activities, like look at how thick that thing is. And that's basically I'm a teacher, and like that is like a whole semester's worth of worksheets. Like that's a lot of work to do. So on the one hand, I'm worried that if I expose myself to intuitive eating theory and I try to practice it, then I'm going to spiral again like I did last weekend. But the other side of me is looking at this saying, maybe if you put the work in, it really will work for you. Like, maybe you just gave up on it too quick, because look at all of this stuff, man. Is this everything I have to know to eat intuitively? Like, do I have to do all of this? Was I jumping the gun believing that I could just eat intuitively and like it would just magically work for me? This kind of moment makes me wish that I had a diet buddy. This kind of moment makes me wish that I had somebody in my life who I could actually physically walk up to and hand this book to and be like, please give me advice. Do you think this is going to work for me? Should I read it? But who am I kidding? I'm totally gonna read it. I'm a giant nerd. I love information. Of course I'm gonna read it. But I feel like I need to like quarantine the information that I learned from this book. And by that I mean, I think I am going to read this book. And I think I am going to do the activities, but I'm not going to add any of the information from this book to the Franken diet until I have really thought about it. I'm not going to make any changes to the Franken diet. This information is in quarantine for now. I will read it, I will learn it, I will consider it, but I'm not going to act on it. I can't describe the way it makes me feel. Like, in 17 days, I've had a little success, I had a horrible backslide, and now I'm back to a little bit of success again. If that's not a downward spiral, I don't know what is. Like, I do feel like it's just gradually getting worse in my life. I don't really have very much going for me. And just the fact that I can't even get my eating under control, I can't get my diet under control, I can't even learn new information without being so terrified that it's going to cause another death spiral for me. But you know what I mean? Like, I wish I had someone who I could go through this with. Maybe we could go through it. Would that be good? Would that be helpful? That actually might be helpful. Because I find that when I talk to you, it helps me like put together a lot of scattered thoughts. It probably seems very scattered to you, but yeah. So in the coming weeks, I'm going to work through this. I think we're going to work through some of these things together. Maybe not everything. I think that would take probably longer than the whole year to work through it all together in videos. But I do want to go through this and report back to you what I'm thinking. But for right now, we're not changing anything according to the Franken diet. I feel like it's kind of like, I kind of feel like I'm like handling a dangerous object. Like, this is a big chunk of plutonium, and I need to put on the proper mental safety devices before I dive into it.